Hi guys, welcome to the stream. Tonight a bit, changing a bit, Balkans, Mirage. It's going to be a bit different. I wanted to try the Mirage once again. So we'll see how it goes actually. I don't know what to expect. I haven't done a RAM start on the Mirage for quite a while. And well, we'll see how it turns out. The main goal here will be to strike that base because the main offensive right now, if you check the intel, his offensive operation is on Zadar. Operation start at 0920. Oh shoot! All right, that's something you don't want to do. Fortunately, I have this thing I can recover, so great. I did not save my flight plan, but nevertheless, I have what I need, so we'll take 8 miles. Take that waypoint around here, and just check I have the comm set correctly. I'm in Dola. I'll check VHF2, that's correct. I'll just have to hit save. And that's about it. So we'll be escorted by Mirage 2000-5. What can I say? Other than that, well, we'll have BLUs under the wings. And a pod, I'm not sure actually I need a pod. I don't need a pod, but it's just for me to test it a bit on the Mirage. I've never tried it, so I just wanted to have it and test it. We'll be carrying 4 BLUs. That will be largely enough for what I need here. We only have a single runway on that airport. There is an ACE-82 in the vicinity that has been processed, and that little guy here, those little two guys, if I'm checking, those two frigates are heavily armed and dangerous, so we need to be careful with those little things. It's about, I think, if I recall correctly, it's about the same range as an ACE-6. So, yeah, we'll have to be careful and not fly over. Fortunately, we're not. Alright, so what I propose is that we start the ramp and go flying. I definitely hope it will be okay. I have serious doubts about my abilities to run the Mirage correctly, but other than that, that will be interesting. So let's stick to the plans and see how it goes. All right. Okay, so take off. Let me set up a bit here so you see the extract of the MFDs. I hope it will be working fine. The MFD might be looking weird, but it's a bit expected, to be honest. Okay, I've got everything set for the weapon delivery planner I have on the second screen, and let's go take off ramp.
Fox 2. Chalice 1, radar contact, bullseye 110, 120 miles, 15,000.
Sentry 1, radar contact, bullseye 105, 160 miles, 3,000.
Okay, here we go. In cockpit. Yeah, that's a different layout. Battery here.
Pull up.
Test it here. I have to remember Yeah, that's the options for okay, the other Mirage is starting. Let's check if I have like other things here. UFC backup. Alright, that's for the comms. I'm used to the one in DCS, to be honest, so I'm trying to look for the things I know. Alright, let's close the canopy. Ah, that's better. Com switch, come one, come two, well, we'll see. I don't remember exactly. I used to, oh right, and then air source to norm. That's fine, I wanted to do that. I'm checking also, I know there is a switch for the fuel pump. I think this is this little guy here. Other than that, com switch. Alright. Alright, the collision will be set later on. UFC, and well, let's start the engine then. %. Alright, engine seems to be starting now. Plumage. That's very, very funny. Okay, so engine started now. That's endlessly rotating. Nothing here, nothing here. Ah, UHF, VHF here. There we go. Well, there's no IS, but still. Primary, secondary, okay. Preset. Oh, yeah, okay.
Chalice 1, radar contact, bullseye 170,
That's
260
number
miles,
6.
18,000.
UHF.
Chalice 1, radar contact, bullseye
Okay.
30 miles, 25,000.
Let's turn on those, alright, FCR, that. That link, app GPS, TGP on. Okay, then I've got a couple things here. Which, oh no. INS align, okay. Turn sequence, that's okay. That's not what I'm looking for here. That little guy will be to standby. Alignment process has started. Alrighty.
Dallas 1, radar contact, bullseye 105, 160 miles. 15,000.
Standby, then we'll switch to manual.
Dallas 1, radar contact, bullseye 215, 40 miles.
As the standby TACAN. FCR test is running now. I still have to power on the yep, my RWR is not working yet. I have to find where is the switch for that, and the HUD also. I think there. All right, there we go. None of the switches here work. Those are virtual switches for the main MFD. I've got the little guy here, but countermeasure panel. I need to power on something.
Dallas 1, radar contact, bullseye 210, 20 miles, 18,000.
Test page. I have to clear that. Go back to FCR. I'm still missing something which is important with the
Dallas 1, radar contact, bullseye 105, 180
the
miles.
RWR. Where can I find it?
Falcon
Huh.
212.
Alright, anyway, let's load up things.
Bullseye 105, 160 miles. 15.
Okay, and now let's switch. I saw a switch for the UFC. There we go. UFC. So now. Okay, so we're on number 15. Let's ask for the QNH.
Approach to
Amendola approach.
1036.
1036. There we go. And that should now. That should be the seat ejection check. DD on. That's weird. Hey, and I still don't have any RWR. Where are you? Magic. Let me check if I can select it somewhere. Okay, I've got an RWR, but nothing else. Ah. Okay. FCR, standby. CRM. Continues. Maybe it's on the panel behind here. I can't remember where it's supposed to be located. I'm used to the dash 5, Mirage dash 5, because the RWR is located on the panel, and Garbo 1 is ready for departure. But the weird thing is that those are the I think those are the switches for the RWR thing. Seems like that. Maybe there's no RWR, but I have serious doubts about it. Let me see if there is something I've missed on the panel somewhere. I know there's a switch missing for the landing lights, for example, that I knew about, but for the radar warnings receiver, the fact that I don't have anything on the panel here is a bit worrying. Do I see anything else here? No. Alright, system power is on. Jammer. Okay, well, that will do for now. Oh, that's the, okay. We can have the DED on the HUD. Alright, okay. That's for the autopilot. Laser. That's okay. Laser, that's it. I think there's something with that here. Okay. Well, that will do. Alright, so what does it see? Alright, steer point. Alright, alignment's ready. Navigation now is on. The first steer point, departure 9:05, and current time is 8:57. Alright, so we'll ask the tower to start taxi, sorry.
Approach 2-1, ready for departure. Taxi, runway 11. Hold short.
Okay. And there's no external, yeah, there's no HMCS, which is normal. Alright, no taxi. I think I need that on the switch somewhere. Yeah, there's no switch for that. But to be honest, I'm a bit confused with that RWR thing. Oh shoot. Forgot to parking brake. Alright.
Approach 2-1.
Amendola approach.
Runway 11 for takeoff.
Alright, so we'll take a right. Alright, holding short. Runway 11. We'll wait for the tower to grant us Nope. Alternate gear is here.
Cargo 11, taxi, runway 11.
Okay, 4 minutes before takeoff. Still desperate by where can I find those bugging switches?
Cargo 12, taxi, runway 11.
Our coastline is Roach.
Pull up. Altitude.
There's the test.
Warning. Jammer. Pull up.
Alright. Okay. Anti-collision is on. I wanted that switch somewhere. Okay. That's strange. Um, well, other than that panel, I don't know where it could be, actually.
Roach 21.
Amendola Tower.
You're clear for takeoff.
Alright.
Runway 11.
Roach 2-1, Roach flight, clear for takeoff runway 11. Okay. Run up. Take off. We're a bit heavy, so we'll have to wait. Rotate. Ooh, we're heavy. I feel that in the stick.
Roach 21.
Amendola Tower.
Resume low navigation.
Okay, we're airborne.
Cargo 11.
Amendola Tower.
Clear for departure.
Alright, I'll fiddle a bit with what I have here.
Roach 22.
What is that?
Amendola Tower.
Resume low navigation. 2, airborne.
I think that's the ejection handle. I don't want to touch anything here. Nope, nothing around here. Nothing. Well, if anyone has any idea about the RWR and the 2000D, more than happy to listen to you guys. Alright, that's on now. But that's where the So what's that for? And nothing back here.
Cargo 1-1.
Amendola Tower.
Resume low navigation.
Now we'll be switching back to Uniform 6. Roach 2
Cargo
flight.
1-2.
Alright, Uniform 6. ILS 6.
2 in position.
Of course you're in position. Alright. Let's press a bit the climb. That's for the recording. Flight recorder.
Pull up. Out. Pull up.
Huh. That's for the tests. Nope, nothing here. Alright. Anyway, I'll try to search. Oh ho, what was happening here? 16, alright. Forgot to switch back to 1013 standard barometer. Mm-hmm. We'll be stopping at 26, alright. Why not? Let me check if I can find. But alright, let's stabilize here. And switch to next waypoint. Ah, there you go. It was a right click. And off. I feel better already. Jammer. Okay. Expand. Unknown. That's okay. And standby now manual. And program number 1. Alright, okay. Feels better now. Alright, swap screens. I don't think there's anything I can see around here. Okay, we've got one strobe. Quite far, actually. Meanwhile, let's go air to ground and preset our bombs. Profile. I've got 4 bombs, so it will be 4 singles in 1 pulse. Spacing would probably 750. I could also take the maximum. I'll play for CCIP. Control arming delay. I need to change that to something really low. 0.5. If I'm going to do a low pass, 0.5. Enter. And nose tail. Yep. There we go. If I had to change that to something else, no, I'll stick to CCIP. I want to be a bit more precise on what I'm going to do. Alright, let's go back to navigation right now. Swap the screens. Oh, we have a little boat here, NSA-5. Alright. And I have the Mirage close to me. Fair enough. Okay, so let's sweat back. Actually, this is more realistic to do like that. The radar is supposed to be on the knee, between the knees. Let's check the wave plan. 26. All right. Let's ask. I forgot to set up the dev link. Blah blah blah. Enter data link. I forgot to set to 1 to 2. Alright, bingo. Bingo should be fine. Alright, let me check that. 14. I'll take 100 here. Should be fine, 100. And bingo! I'll set that to 3,500. I've got strobes just in front. I hope those are friendlies. And let's actually go ourselves in fence in and music on. I'll tell that to the wingman. Alright, fence in.
Fence in. 2, fence in.
And music on. I should be jamming now. Yep, turns on jamming now. Alright, F15. And let's ask the AWACS what's in the vicinity.
Chalice 1, Roach 2-1. Need picture.
Roach 2-1, Chalice 1, picture clear.
Alright. I'm okay with that. I don't want to have anything getting in my way. The 2000-5 are actually here for that. I'll ask number 2 to close up.
Roach 2-2, close it up. 2, moving in. Roach 2-2, close it up. 2, moving in.
Alright, we're soon around. Still 26, and we'll dive just after that. For now, let me check. Blah, blah, blah. There's nothing for now.
2, in position.
Alright, once we reach the ingress point, I'll ask the wingman to actually go trail, so we can attack the runway just behind me. Fuel state. Oh, there we go. 1,000 pounds. 10,000 pounds. Ooh, that's going to be fairly enough for what we have to do here. Alright, now it's time to get lower and start the descent now. Alright, let's prepare now what's going to happen, and yeah, I need to set that to low alt, and I need to search. There we go, profile. Yeah, true, but the flight model is still really good on that one, to be honest, compared to what you have on DCS. I don't need the air radar. I'll swap the air screens.
Altitude.
Alright, swap that.
Altitude.
Put the HSD for now. Hi everyone. Hi to everyone that has joined right now. span. Okay. Not much happening right now.
Carbo 1, Carbo 1-1, engage. Bearing 055, 10 miles.
Okay.
Carbo 1, Chalice 1, engage. Bearing 055, 10 miles.
Roach 2-2, request permission to engage.
Alright, of course you can engage.
Roach 2-2, you are free to fire.
I forgot to ask him to go to trail.
2, will go.
Go
Roach
trail.
2-2, sound east. Roach 2-2, sound east.
Oh
Roach
shit!
2-2,
Sid
go
Sam.
trail.
Oh! 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 Infrared Sams. Oh god. I should have died. Ah, too bad. There's low Sams. Oh, come on. No, you never see anything because if this is infrared, you won't see any radar, any warning. Actually, the radar warning receiver is just for infrared. Ah, come on. All right, let's try something else. I had a request regarding how do you set up an ILS. I can't actually review that now. No, there's no D2M active on that model. To be honest, so other than that, yeah, that would have been great, but that's not the case. Let's change that to blah 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 Korea, and we'll do a simple training mission. Okay, BMS crashed again. Yeah, well, Korea. Alright, I have to exit and restart every time you change the theater, you need to reset. Yeah, I should have probably started my dive a bit later than what I did actually. It was a bit, no, it was risky. Let's face it. You never know when Sam, like manpad is going to kick in, so you need to be careful with that. I didn't really. Alright, so let's go for training. ILS weather. Okay. 4, 5. And I think this is the end. Alright. Comms should be already preset, I guess. Oh, set tower in this case here. Set tower. Save. Blah blah blah. Let me check the frequencies of the ILS for this one. What do you miss in DCS actually? I forgot to pull up the chat, sorry guys. Oh, there you go. Oh, data cartridge, yes. Of course, we all missed that. Alright, so let's see now. I'm checking on weapon load planner. Everything I have to preset. Use, ILS, use. And I'll save that. Now it's pre-filed. Let's check the comms. Load. Hold on. Yeah, load. It's okay. And then it's take off then. All right. I think this is an old version of the F-16. Training version of the F-16, if I'm not mistaken. All right, everything's starting up.
Bingo. Bingo.
ILS is on. Now I should be checking TACAN and ILS. Next waypoint is going to be right. So I need to, yeah, I know fuel is low. Alright, what does the TACAN says? Alright, I need to point towards the runway 14 nautical miles. I need to lose altitude anyway. I need to be careful while alright, let's for now focus on TACAN. Alright, so in theory, I would have checked the runway. It should be 32, which is course 320. Let's focus a bit on that little guy here. 321, 320. That's about it. All right, now let's set that. That should have to be the other way around. All right, so 320. Exactly the same thing for the ILS. Oh yeah, DME arc. I forgot that. You see the little flag here is north, so if the runway is something around here, I should have a DME arc to respect. So I'll change my course right away. And I'm really too low. I screwed up a bit that... Alright, let's climb back to... to 5,000. And let's keep the runway on or 3 o'clock until... Alright, I'm 11 nautical miles, so let's stick to 3,000 now. Alright. Alright, so let's stabilize now. Help a bit ourselves. Turn right to maintain a good angle with the runway. A bit too much. Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit too close. I need to get in the circle now. Okay, now it's getting back. Alright, so if the cursor is below, you need to reinforce the turn. If the cursor is moving too much up, you need to stabilize your turn. Alright, now I need to stabilize my turn. Something around here. Alright, I've crossed the course bug. I need to set now to ILS. Yeah, I'm a bit too much right. Too far left. Yeah, I did not really anticipate the turn here. As soon as you see the line moving, you should directly start your turn actually. All right, so now I'm going to maintain that heading. I've got now I can check the vector. Vector is here. All right, now I've set on the vector. So since there's a bit of wind, the piece of advice I would have is getting the drift cancel. Alright, so you can actually have a better view and stick the lines in the middle. Alright, so now you need to set the flight path vector onto the dot, and that will maintain yourself in the right path. Alright, so let's lower the gear now. Landing lights. Check the distance, 8 nautical miles. We had a bit to run. We're a bit below, so let's stick to what the flight plans gives us. There we go. We're on the flight path. We'll maintain that. You see the goal is to have the flight path in the middle of the cross. Right now, this is not the case, but it will be soon enough. All right, we're crossing the middle marker. That's what we hear right now. We're it's 5 nautical miles from the runway. Remember, we're already on the ILS here.
Cowboy 1-1, inbound for landing.
Good morning, Cowboy 1, Tegu approach, runway 32, welcome back.
At some
Cowboy
point,
1-2,
we'll start
inbound for
seeing
landing.
the runway, I hope. Alright, let's not go too low.
Good
Maintain
morning,
the vector.
Cowboy 1-1, Tegu tower, cleared for landing, runway 32, check gear
Alright,
down.
yeah, gear downs. Let's extend the air brakes to lose speed. Angle of attack is not great right now, but the goal here is to maintain the ILS and the path vector, which is fine for now. We start to see the land, but still not the runway. We start to see something on the right, but I guess the runway is not this one. Or maybe. Oh yes. Yes, it's just that we have a bit of wind. So we'll stick the wings. Oh, wow. We're very light and there's a bit of wind and heavy weather. So let's stick the wind here and land as much as we can
Cowboy
at the center
1-2,
runway.
descend to 5,000,
There we
maintain
go.
250 knots, turn left heading 135, vectors to left base, runway 32.
because there we see the rain. Ooh. Nose wheel steering was not active and now it is. Let's turn right, or left, sorry. That's the view distortion from the rain, actually. Alright, so that covers pretty much what you need to do with the ILS. So whenever you're setting the ILS, don't forget to turn that knob. Go to the menu number 1, you'll see ILS on, enter the ILS frequency, and with the rocker here, change the course for the ILS to 320. That's for the main system, and for the backup ILS, you'll need to check the HSI here. Obviously, you'll have the ILS bars here that you'll see on the backup horizontal artificial horizon.
Turn left heading 055.
And there you'll see the localizer being displayed. And obviously the best cue here is to check the vector and the two lines, the one for the localizer and the one for the glide slope. So if you do already a bit of civil simulation, you'll definitely understand what I mean here. Okay. Let me know if you got any other requests, otherwise I'll jump out at some point. I have a problem with my MFD, sorry. Something seems to be wrong. At least, let's see now. Alright, now it seems to be better. If anyone has any questions. Carrier landing. Oh yes, that's right. Carrier landing. It's been a long time since I've not done that. Let me change to the F-18 scenario for the MFDs, so you can actually view something. Take off. So this is a carrier take landing. No, that's not good. Alright, I understand now. Yeah, cockpit of A16 in Alright, that's this one. Take off. Carrier.
Bingo, bingo.
I don't think the oh yeah, forgot to run those. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, let's identify the carrier. It's on our right. We're a bit fast, so we'll need to. Alright, then I need to set that to standby. I need to slow down. We're already on final, so I need to at least be at 250. Lower the gears. I don't need the air brakes anymore. The plane will slow down by itself. Now speed is getting to a level that I want. Hook. We've got the flaps down, and they will extract a bit further as soon as we get on lower speeds. Okay, so let's now maintain altitude. It's been a while, I've not done any carrier landing, but it's just like bicycle. As long as you've done that, at some point you will remember. Alright, let's check if we can record.
Staying 1-1, inbound for landing.
Staying 1, you are outside my airspace.
Okay, frequency is not set correctly yet. So the goal here is basically, let me pull that, is to get the vector a bit ahead of the carrier, and then you'll adjust to get the vector on the carrier a bit right from the path of the landing strip. Definitely not aligned correctly. Don't use the air brakes, because if you need to get the burner on for a rejected landing, it might be tricky actually. The best is to use the flaps. The flaps will fortunately do a good job on their own. Alright, so let's get to the XL view. That's done. You've seen I've got the cross out. Let's go a bit right to get aligned properly with the landing strip. A bit of... I need to get a better angle now. It's almost impossible to see the meatball. I've been trying, but it's really hard to see anything. Right now it's not working properly, I would say. Alright, we're in a good angle. Now we have to readjust. Alright, let's readjust the flight path now. Wow. It's been a while actually. Alright, just be careful now. We're on the final moments before landing. I'm not properly aligned, but that's okay. Alrighty. I don't know if I'm going to hit the deck. Alright, missed. Rejected. Something went wrong with the deck. It's like it yeah, I don't know what happened, but it's just like, it's almost like I hit the deck. It started, the speed started decreasing, but as soon as I tried to get the Yes, and rest cap. Let's try again. And get that better this time.
Bingo. Bingo.
Cares about bingo anyway. Alright. Alright, so let's slow down now. Hi, Mr. from Poland. Mr. Polish guy. As you say, in Turkish you would say çok mersi. Alright, gear down, hook out. Reducing speed so I can now get the flaps out. We're in a station where plane is empty, so we basically can get speed really low. And let's pull out right. In theory, you have, I'm not sure if this is the case here, but you're supposed, let me check the TAC and ILS. But if I set I think it's 11010, I think that's, I'm not sure, but no, it's not receiving anything. Or maybe it's 111. No, sorry. What's the current heading here? It's like 060. Alright, so 060. And I think it's 11110. Yeah, there you go. Because I did a mission with the Mirage before and I crashed. Well, I exploded in the sky, let's say. I was eager to do some fireworks and I got myself in the middle of a firework. And I think the TACAN is something like 10 X-ray. Not sure for the carrier for this one. So remember, a carrier for, depending on the type of carrier, it's 11111.10, and that should help you at least getting the glide slope. Don't trust the localizer because you never know exactly the current vector of the carrier, but at least for the glide slope, and that will help regarding the information that the meatball should be giving you. I'm a bit below glide slope. Alright, let's get the vector a bit up and right. Speed is really good right now. I think we're okay right now. We're a bit below glide slope. Alright, I need to reduce the angle. Ah, shoot. I need to decrease getting too much speed. Alright, there we go. Maintain it. Oh. Maintain AOA. Alright, let's go for it. You should go afterburner actually before landing. Just when you hit the deck, go afterburner and you'll see if the plane goes actually gets the. Again. Going to crash now. Yeah. I don't get enough angle, I think. The AOA is not good when I touch the carrier. The AOA is not good. Alright, let's try. And after I quit. Yeah, that's what I think. I think I'm not good in terms of. I'm not centered with the runway, to be honest, with the landing straight.
Bingo. Bingo.
Alright, carrier again. Let's yeah, that's why I think I'm landing past wires. Sorry. Okay, hook. Ripper, honestly, I don't fly enough the F-18 to actually try and improve myself on carrier landing. I get what you say though. Alright, 1.310. Heading 060. Okay. Attacking LS. Yeah, hook is down, yeah. So I'll continue further right, just to get myself then aligned with the landing straight from the carrier. Alright, I can start reducing speed. There we go, that's better. Too fast. Hi, mister. Alright. Still too fast. My gears are done, yeah. No, not enough speed. There we go. Call the bull. Honestly, the meatball, I just can't see a thing here. If you can, I mean, I'm more than okay to follow your lead on that, but honestly, the meatball, I can't do it. Can't catch something here. Nope, rejected. No, it was too soft, yeah. Alright, gear up. Alright, let's try over.
Warning, 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 warning.
Alright, lower the gears. Look again, and we'll lower the flaps after the first turn. I'm crazy, yeah. I'm just trying something. Alright, let's go for a turn. I'm too slow. Let's regain a bit of speed. Yeah. Okay, let's stabilize now. Hook down, gear down. Okay, looking better now. Looking better. There we go. Haha. There we go. Succeeded. So you see, Ripper, I did it. Just a bit of practice. I'm missing practice on this little one. This little guy here. Alright, let's do an external view. Quick one. A little Hornet with, oh, an extra fuel tank, okay. And number 2, okay, has landed. Okay, well, I think I'm going to leave you on that picture, guys. I did it. I landed on the on the carrier. Big event, but happy to have done that once again. It's been a while, actually. All right. Hope you enjoyed as always. Watching me failing mostly. And well, see you next time, guys. And well, have good flights until then. Cheers, everyone.